What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another exciting episode of Oh That's Random Podcast. I am your host, that guy, Nerdy G. Listen, if this is your first time here, welcome. This is the place where we take a little time to explore the extraordinary and ordinary. Oh That's Random Podcast. I'm that guy, Nerdy G, your favorite podcast host, in your ear, live from the 4 Mile Radius studio. Nerdy's umbrellas, everything, and I am, like I said, once again, I am your other guy, Nerdy. Listen, the best way to support this channel, the best way to support this brand, the best way to support this company is to go to nerdy-g-4fall.com and to get some of this nerdy merch. Don't worry about it. I know it was a mouthful. Don't worry about it. I got the links in the description. So let the links be in the description. Let them live there. I'm going to put some merch up on the screen so that you can see the flyness, the flawless that we have, but also, too, I am donning one of our originals, which is the Oh That's Random Podcast t-shirt. Is the best way to support that. Let other people know that, hey, you listening to the best, or one of the best, no, I'm gonna say the best podcast out there that is exploring the extraordinary and ordinary. I know it's just me on the main show, but don't forget to go slide over to our Patreon and check out that Red Cup episode edition, because those Red Cup editions, man, I'm telling you, they the truth. We let loose, we cut loose, we do things over there that, we can't do here because, monetization, and we want to make sure that we get some of those sponsors, you know what I'm saying? For the umbrella, we want the sponsorships, we want to make a little something. But listen, I do this because it's therapy for me. I do this because I love to do this. I love to give my opinion. I love to talk about things and get people thinking so that they can have a conversation to, add a little something to their life and then get back to enjoying their life the way that they only know how to do. So, of course, today, without further ado, because this is on my heart and I feel like I just got to talk about it. Some of you guys who have been listening for a long time probably know that I am a leader. I am a leader of people in what I do on a regular. But also, too, I watch people. I people watch. People watching is one of my things. And 2024 past post-pandemic, things have changed, things have evolved. People have done things that, I just don't agree with. People done things that I just look at them and say, who is this new employee? Who is this new worker that has evolved and is now in the workplace? I've talked about this before, and I've talked strictly about the young folks and how they don't, have the couth per se, to want to do the job. They just like, I can do something else. I could be a streamer. I could be this. I could be X, Y, and Z, but they don't really have the drive. Now, here's the kicker. I'm not talking about the young people today. I'm talking about the people who have been in the workforce since the 90s or previous to then. Even the early 2000s, those folks have a different mindset of how to be in the workforce and how to, what's the words? To govern themselves, okay? Here's the deal. A bunch of these employees today are trash-ass employees. That's it, that's all. This is the show. I'm talking about trash-ass employees today. Everybody has a fucking scheme, okay? I know I'm supposed to wait before I start cussing and all of that good old stuff, but listen, I think we're 4 minutes in. I think I'm good, maybe not. Who knows? But what I am going to tell you is that, listen, there are a bunch of trash employees out here today. And the sad part is, it's more of the older folk. The older folk always have an excuse. I get it that you've been in there forever. It's not your fault. If you're in the same place, it's your fault that you're in the same place. Nobody's going to come and hand you anything. I promise you they're not. If you want something, you have to work for it. Simple. That's it. That's all. You have to work. You have to put the work in. You have to show your skills. If you're doing the same thing over, we've established before on this show that is insanity. And you're not getting the results. You're doing the same shit over and over and over and over and over again, and you're getting the same results. You are garbage. You are trash. The fact that you can't take a little time to say, hey, maybe it's something that I'm doing that people say, you know what, I don't want to fuck with you. In the corporate world, in the world of working, when you have to be at, whether it's at McDonald's, whether it's at a law firm, whether it's at a damn, public transportation, whether it's in the police, the jail system, any of these fast food restaurants, if people don't fuck with you, the upper management, if they don't fuck with you, if your coworkers, the people that are on the same level as you, if they don't fuck with you and you think that you are just this big time person and nobody fucks with you and they don't have anything good to say about you, you are trash. I understand self-worth. I understand thinking that you are the big Mohican. You are at the top of your class. You think that that shit matters. It does not. That whole saying, it's not what you know, it's who you know. Right. Because any promotion that you get is based off of what people feel about you around you. Right. They tell you that integrity is doing the right thing when no one's looking. So even when no one's looking, they're always fucking looking. People go back and they talk and they tell and they say these things, and we get a better picture of what type of person you are. Some of y'all are just crybabies. Some of you motherfuckers literally have mommy and daddy issues. Your mother and your father were there and you have fucking parent issues, which I don't understand. Maybe I do, maybe I don't. But one thing's for sure. When you have those type of issues, you are a trash ass employee. You feel that you should be at the top of the Mohican, but the quality and the shit that you do and your personality sucks. It sucks ass. People look at you and go, ugh, ugh. If a motherfucker look at you and say, ugh, ugh, you are trash. That's it. Let's take a little deeper dive in this, because I told you we are going to explore the extraordinary and ordinary. I'm telling you this. This is what we do here on this show. It's That's Random Podcast. Once again, I am your guy, that guy, Nerdy G. Trash ass employees, man. Let's talk about them. Let's talk about because there are different type of trash ass employees. Okay, there are the trash ass employees that are going to come in, do their work, and never say a word to you. But they don't really do their work because they do so much that just screams that I have not done my job. So you as a leader, you're minding your own business. You're trying to keep the peace. You're trying to do what you got to do. But then you roll up on some shit that they didn't do. And then they say, oh, I don't know. You I don't know motherfuckers. Leave the workforce. That's my advice to you. If you say I don't know, if you're trying to play dumb, they're going to treat you as such. That's what they're going to do. They're going to treat you as such. You're not going to get out of an entry-level role. You're just going to stay there because you don't know. Well, fucker, how do you think if your response to everything is I don't know, how do you expect to get ahead at the company? I don't want a I don't know motherfucker in leadership. There are some that have made it, and they're still there. But that's the farthest that they're going to go. You can't have a person who don't know shit. And that's the reality of this. There are I do my work, but I need so much. I need a favor from you for doing my work. No. When you signed up, when you made the interview and you accepted the job, they told you what your roles were. They told you what you were going to be doing. You don't need a favor from me every week. You don't need to take off every fucking week. You don't, oh no, I did my work. Yeah. You don't need to fucking, well, I don't have enough time. I don't give a fuck. Listen, they gave you 144 hours. Use them shits wisely. That's it. That's all. Use your time wisely. Do not come and be like, well, I really need this. I really need that. And thinking that every fucking time that somebody else is going to make a decision for you, you have to hold yourself accountable. These employees who can't hold themselves accountable for simple tasks. Listen, I'm going to tell you this. I've said it on here before. If I have a family emergency, I'm not reaching out to my boss to ask, can I leave? I'm leaving. I'm telling my boss, hey, I got to go. It's an emergency. I'm not asking them, can I leave? None of that. I'm not asking, can I leave? I'm leaving. Big words. I'm leaving. I'm making you aware of this. Whatever consequence comes with that, I'll deal with it later. It's an emergency. You do what you have to do. You don't rely on somebody trying to tell you something else. That's not how this works. That's not how it works. You're a trash ass employee for that. Those folks who want to play dumb, you are a trash ass employee. Those people who want to talk about accolades that don't mean shit, you are a trash ass employee. Because if you're holding on to some shit that has no paperwork to it, it's fake news. It holds no merit here in your company. If you work at 7-Eleven and the employee of the month is a thing and it's 7 days of fucking, it's you've been a top employee of the month for the past 7 fucking years, and they tell you this is the highest honor. And they have your little picture with your face, with you smiling and you proud. And if you've been there for 7 years and that didn't get you to another manager position, if that didn't get you to some different position than the one that you're in, guess what? You are a trash ass employee. They're baby feeding you. They're baby spooning feeding you because the shit that you do or your personality sucks so much that you suck all the air out of the room. When you speak, you feel like, oh my God, look at me. Look at me. Hey, I did my job. Shut the entire fuck up. Close your mouth in your ass. Just disappear. I'm saying this off the top because I know I've seen this and it's getting disgusting. The older folks are acting such much like these fucking kids that were born in 2020. Okay? Not 2020, I'm sorry. In the year 2000, the year 2004, the year 2005, you guys are acting like these motherfuckers. These little fucking young fucks, these young fuckity fucks, you guys are acting like that. You've been in the work world, the work industry for 30 plus years. Why are you still hanging on to shit that you did in the 90s? Nobody gives a fuck about what you did in the 90s. Flash forward, nobody gives a fuck about what you did in the aughts. If you don't know what the aughts are, that's the year 2000 to 2009. Nobody gives a fuck about what you did from 2000 to 2009. Okay? Nobody gives a fuck what you did from 2010 to 2014. 2014 to 2024, you may got something there. You may got something there. Outside of that, we don't give two shits. That shit is old. That shit is ancient history. No one gives a fuck. What have you done for me lately is probably the best fucking saying that came from Eddie Murphy, and I'm pretty sure it didn't come from Eddie Murphy. It probably came from somebody else, but he made the term popular in his damn comedy stand-up Raw. What have you, Eddie, what have you done for me lately? Right. Correct. What have you done for me lately? The companies are telling you that. What have you done for me lately? How did you make this shit matter? How did you make an improvement? All of you little cry whine babies, oh, the company owes me this. They could pay me more. They can pay me. If you had your own fucking business and you were a business-minded type of person, no, you can't give everybody a $60,000 fucking salary. Your company will fucking fold. Because once you give them 60, they're going to believe that they're worth 80. If you give them 80, they're going to think they're worth 100. The shit just never ends. You get the wage that you get. You work your ass off. If you want to make the 80,000, put yourself in a position, be fucking likable, and then make it happen. Simple as that. Don't sit here and whine, they didn't come and get me. They only did every time they put in an application. Those people who can't even fucking answer, hey, what is it that you want to do? And you keep on changing the fucking subject. What the fuck is wrong with you? What is wrong with you? Why do you keep doing that? Stop being a fucking crybaby. Oh my God. Oh my God. I can't believe it. You won't come and give me on the job. I don't. Nope. Listen, everybody, every job that you got, for the most part, nobody came and asked you to apply. The normal average person, nobody came and asked you to work for their company. Nobody went to McDonald's and asked you to work at McDonald's. Nobody saw you on the street and be like, you know what? That'll make a real good ass janitor over there. Let me go talk to that man. I like the way his arms move. I like the way he's swinging that mop. Nobody has ever asked you to come and be a mop. Nobody has asked you to come and work at McDonald's. At any company in this world, Starbucks, Target, Walmart, all of them, nobody has asked you to come and work for them without you showing some type of fucking skill set, without you showing that, hey, you are the person, you are the man, you are the woman, okay? This whole I'm entitled, I'm owed something. You older folks, nobody owe y'all shit. Nobody owes y'all shit. I don't care if you've been in the workforce for 30, 40, 50 years. Nobody owes you shit. Okay? They don't. You joined the workforce because you have a need. They have a need. You have a need. Y'all got together. Y'all made a contract. You accepted the wage that they were going to pay you. And then it was up to you to continue to build on your skill set, to move up in that company, get different positions. If that company wasn't working for you and that company wasn't saying, the skills that you have, we don't feel that we can use them here, it is up to you to change fucking companies. There is not just one company in this world. I promise you it's not. I promise you not. Amazon is not running everything at the moment, but I promise you there are other ponies in the race that you can go work for, and they'll probably appreciate the skill set that you have. But to sit at one company and bitch and complain about what it is that they're not doing because you feel that, because you have no fucking business acumen, you feel that the way that they're running the company is garbage and is going to run it into the ground. Say, yeah, but you know what? $1 billion fucking industry, $1 billion company. I got 500,000 fucking employees. I'm supplying all of these different type of families, and I'm giving all of this. Like, you can't really say shit to that person who is running the company, because that person that's running the company kind of pays you. They're helping your family. They put a contract with you. They have things in place so that if you fuck up, hey, we get the fuck rid of you because you're not standing on what we believe. That's the beauty about fucking companies. They can say, hey, you're not here. We got these policies in place. If you can't get down with them, get the fuck out. Get the fuck from around here, okay? I love that. So you have to adhere to something. Motherfuckers say, I want to be a rule breaker. I want to be a rebel. For what? Because if you're a rebel without a fucking cause and you don't have a backup plan or exit plan or a strategy, what the fuck are you going to do? You're just another fucking guy or woman that's just out there assed out for no apparent fucking reason. You're just there. How does that look? How does that look to you? You can't go get anything. When I worked at the jail, everybody was always talking about, oh, I'm going to leave. The motherfuckers are still working at some type of jail. I don't want to be in security for the rest of my life. You've been in security for the past 20 fucking years of your life. I said I didn't want to be in security. I'm not in fucking security. I said I didn't want to work in jails. I'm not working in fucking jails. That's simple. If you don't want to do something, you fucking leave. I didn't want to work for a certain company, wink, wink, I didn't like the way that their culture was. It was fucking toxic. It was fucking weird. It was every time I went to work, everybody was yelling at each other. And I was like, you kind of fucking in management. That shit doesn't work. Right. And if that's the case, that's not a place for me to be, because I'm not going to thrive in it. I'm not going to be able to show my skill set, and I'm not going to be able to prosper and move up, because I'm going to want to revert to the default setting of nerdy, and nerdy might start slapping the shit out of some people. But that's neither here nor there, because I'm not going to do that. So guess what I did? I made a choice, because I am a choice maker. I have the ability to make choices. So do you. So make those choices. And then what you do is you get the fuck out of Dodge. I don't want to be here. You go find something. You find a company that aligns with your skill set and some of your core values. And once you do that, you work with them. You have open, clear communications. You be the good human that you know that you can be inside. And don't be fucking fake. And once they realize that you are a genuine person Once they realize that you are a genuine person, good things will happen to you in that company. You will make good money in that company. But never go to a company, never work for a company and bitch and complain about what the company is doing or not doing. They have fucking surveys all the fucking time because companies want to know what they can do better. Because guess what? Ever since motherfuckers started putting reviews on the internet, oh, the game has changed. So now I can go direct to the people who I need to please, right? I can go direct to them and ask, what is it that you need from us? And as long as you are fucking honest with yourself and honest with them, things will change. I promise you they will. I've seen it work. I've seen it happen. I mean, hell, we even know as recent as the fucking WWE thing when they didn't want the Roman Reigns versus The Rock at WrestleMania, and they wanted Cody versus Roman, and they had to make that pivot. They put a whole fucking documentary out about it. They had to make a pivot because what the fans wanted. So if any company in this world gets the reviews and they say, hey, I'm giving these surveys to my fucking employees. If my employees come together consensually, right, and say, hey, this is what we want, this is what we need, they're going to make the changes. They're going to make it happen. But guess what? It's a bunch of trash ass employees who rather be negative and talk negative in fucking group settings and try to dampen. But when it comes to that time where it's time for them to speak up, they bitch up. You are a trash ass employee. Go sit the fuck down somewhere and get the fuck out of here. We don't need those type of people in the workplace. Okay? And unfortunately, lately here, I don't think that the young people care enough at this moment to realize that. But you older folks that are showing these behaviors and feel like you are fucking entitled and think that you can throw a little temper tantrum, you are out of your fucking rabbit ass mind. I'm telling you, rabbit, donkey, mind. It makes no sense. You go to work, you make a decent wage. You know what you signed up for. Regardless, change is inevitable. We know that change is always going to happen. You prepare yourself for change. When you prepare yourself for change, you can't be stopped. You can't be stopped because you're prepared for it. You're looking forward to it. You're welcoming it. You're embracing this shit. So when it comes, you yourself can evolve as a person. You can evolve in your role. You can acquire new fucking skill sets, and you can move up. And if you can't do that, and if you can't see that, then what are you doing? Get the fuck out the workplace. I get that you gotta supply. I get that you gotta provide for your family, but guess what? At what cost? Because you're stressed. You're crying. I can't do this. I don't nobody like me. Somebody's trying to listen. I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna tell you this. As a fucking leader, and other leaders can speak to this. No matter what level of leader you're on, manager, director, VP, first line level supervisor, when motherfuckers tell you guys they're trying to fire me, that is not in any leadership management up above. That is not in their fucking job details, in their job duties. It is not to say, hey, fire these motherfuckers. No. When literally, we hope that you do your job so we don't have to stop out of our fucking day to pay attention to some dumbass who just feel like they're old the world and they're self fucking centered and they just feel as if they need everything for themselves. I need this. You gotta do this for me. No, I don't. I have to do a fucking thing for you. Here are the rules. Here are the policies. If you don't do these things, I hope you read them. Don't worry about it because I went over this shit with you. And now the fact that I don't know. Guess what? It's only a matter of time. And when that time comes, listen, we do documentation. We sit, we wait, we look at this shit. Not everybody can do that. Not everybody can do that. That's the reality of shit. Not everybody can do that. Not everybody's patient. Patience for me is a gift. And I patiently wait on you motherfuckers to be who you are because you don't know anything better. I am a guy who is going to always be that for you. I'm going to be the voice of reason, and I'm going to try to help you any fucking possible way that I can because guess what? When you at work, to me, that should be the getaway from the stresses of your personal life. You're supposed to come to work, be stress-free, enjoy your fucking time while you're at work. It's 8 hours away from minimum 8 hours away from whatever the fuck is bothering you at home. Trust me, I have turned to my work before because there was some shit at home I just didn't want to fucking deal with. But when I got to work and I laughed my ass off and I had a good old time, guess what? That helps your mental health. That puts you in a good mood to want to go home and try to fix some of the shit that may be fucked up and may not be the best. But not everybody's on that. But y'all already know I'm here, you know what I'm saying? I'm nerdy. Listen, I can go on and on about this trash ass employees, but I'm not going to do that because you know what I'm saying? Y'all know who I am. Y'all know what I'm going to do. Listen, YouTube, you guys are not going to get this, but this is the part of the show. This is the part of the show where I get to share some of my musical taste with you guys, and I'm all for it. I love it. I'm down for it. If you want to hear what musical selection I'm going to play, listen, slide over to the DSPs. Listen to it again. This is information that you are going to want to hear. This is information that you're going to want to share with some people. Hey, you may be listening to this and realize you are that trash ass employee that I'm talking about. Do something about it. Look yourself in the mirror, because I'm always going to tell you that. Look yourself in the mirror. 2 minutes. That's all it takes while you're brushing your teeth. We know it's funky. We know you don't do it every single day, but take those 2 minutes early in the morning, brush your teeth, look in your face, and say what you're going to do better about yourself. Listen, for to play this music, I'm going to get back to it. I'm going to come back and I'm going to close out, and then we're going to do the show just like that. Y'all already know what it is. This is Old Ass Random Podcast. I am your guy, that guy, the one and only Nerdy G. And let's get right into our musical selection. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Listen, always great music on this. So hopefully you slide over to the DSP, listen to the song that I was listening to, and it was amazing. It was amazing. But listen, here we go. This is the closeout. So I'm gonna zoom in and I want you to look at me closely. Listen, I might zoom it in because you need to hear this. People, stop trying to get something for nothing. Stop trying to be stop trying to act like the world has done you so bad. Because what have you done for the world? And that's reality. If you're not happy in the place that you are in your work life, it's because of you. It's not because of anyone else. No one can stop you from achieving the things that is meant for you in your life. If you yourself are not putting in the effort and not putting in the work and are wanting to do better and be better and show that you are an asset, then it's on you. If you have an excuse for everything, if somebody always is the one that's got you doing this, they got me doing this, they did this, they blocking me, they blocking that. No, nobody's blocking you. In the world, in the corporate world, nobody at the entry level position is trying to block you. It's equivalent to you working at the Dillard's and saying that bitch is trying to ruin you. Nobody is trying to ruin you at Dillard's. They don't have the time. You're not worth it, okay? You're not worth it at the entry level position. Nobody's trying to crush anyone at the entry level position. I promise you. When you get up into the more prominent positions, there may be a little friendly competition, some not so friendly, but it's competition. Everybody's vying for one spot. When it's entry level, there are tons of you fuckers who are going to stay at an entry level position for the remainder of your life. And that is okay. Some of you guys already know in your mind that is okay. And I'm not here to knock you. If that's something that you recognize and that's something that you know and that is something that you can get down with, kudos to you. Don't complain about it. Don't bitch about it. Don't talk about it. Understand what it is, embrace it, love it, and do what you got to do. Listen, once again, this is Old Ass Random Podcast. I am your host, that guy, Nerdy G. I'm always going to be Nerdy G because that's who I know how to be. Listen, this is the show where we explore the extraordinary and ordinary. I feel like I did a good job at that today. If not, let me know down in the comments. If I did, let me know down in the comments. Listen, the best way to support this brand, this company, this entity, the things that I'm going to bring you in 2025 in the years to come, listen, it's right here. Listen, nerdy-g-fourthwall.com. Don't worry, it's a mouthful. I'm gonna put the links in the description. Go grab you some of this nerdy merch. Go look fly. Go be eclectic, right? Go be who you are. Embrace life. Get back to enjoying it in any way that you do. Until next time, I am your host. Once again, I gotta say it because it sounds so nice. That guy, your guy, the one and only Nerdy G. Oh, that's Random Podcast, where we take a little time to explore the extraordinary and ordinary. I'm out.